May this message lead you to a deep reflection on the processes and tools of self-transformation provided by the renowned yogi Sadhguru. If you want to start your yoga journey with Sadhguru, click on the link in the description of this video and learn more.
Horse gram is one among the lentils. It is the most protein-rich lentil found on the planet. It's very high-powered, so that's why race horses are fed with this gram, which is called as horse gram today. In the market, it's unfortunately called horse gram, it's called kollu in Tamil and huruli in other languages, ulu in Telugu. So, this is a very good thing. It's good to sprout it. If you sprout it, you digest it much more easily. You can keep it in a bowl in your room, get one white cloth, put it in that, soak it in the water for about 6 to 8 hours, then tie it in a cloth and keep it closed. In about 3 days, it'll sprout. If it's sprouted, you can just eat it raw. If it's come out about half an inch out of the seed, you can eat it raw. It takes a lot of chewing and eating, you chew it and eat it. It's very good. Now, this will increase heat in the body. Today sun is up, and suppose today you drink kollu or eat kollu and you feel too much heat, then you must balance it by eating green gram. Sprouted green gram will cool the system. Oh, is this all so complicated? Can't I just eat my meal? I'm only asking you to just eat it. I'm not asking you to perform any ritual. But right now, you are just performing the ritual of eating. You're not eating as a human being should eat. If you just go and watch any of the wild animals, they're just chopping, chomp, 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 they're eating, but they're not eating indiscriminately. Just like that, they're rejecting what they don't want. They're eating what they want. Just observe a spotted deer, you can see it will be grazing. You just see what it eats, what it does not eat. It just knows. Just like that, by the feel of it, it knows what to eat, what not to eat for today. Tomorrow it may be eating a leaf that it does not eat today, but today it knows what to eat for its body and for the atmosphere around it. So you also need to develop that a little bit, because this is the intelligence of the body. So, consuming this horse gram will generate heat in the body. If you find it's causing excessive heat, how do you know excessive heat is? You will notice your eyeballs are hot. Or you want to go and pee, you want to pee, it's full but it won't come out, it hurts. That means there is excess heat. Such a thing happens, you just drink some ash gourd juice or eat some green gram or take some castor oil and apply it on, either inside the navel or the anahata, the vishuddhi, this place and these two spots behind the ears. If you apply instantly, within 5 minutes, the system will cool down, go to the bathroom, everything will happen without effort. So, the body has to be managed. Even now, self-management is happening, but if you consciously manage it, it'll function better. It's as simple as that. If you want to use this system at a higher dimension of performance, then you have to watch it. Somehow live and die, then nothing matters, you eat whatever. No, what does it matter? Even if you eat garbage, you will live. But eating with care and watching what the body needs will enable the body in many ways. A conscious managing, not becoming a health freak, being, stressed about what do I eat, what do I do this, how do I this, no, that itself is damaging. Just being conscious, how much of what is body's requirement today, that's what you do. There are 14 ingredients in it.
It has everything to sustain you.
6 months you go on things like this, you will see suddenly you will feel 5 years younger, full of energy.
Ganji, it's called Sanjeevani Ganji. I personally made this. The basic recipe, there are 14 ingredients in it. It has everything to nourish the body. It sits in your stomach in a certain way. It's a slow release energy process. If you eat food to last you for 6-7 hours, you will end up eating a certain quantity. Because of that quantity, now after food, the next challenge for the body is sleep. The greatest challenge for a meditator, people don't understand this, the greatest challenge for a meditator or a sadhaka always is to stay alert and awake with eyes closed. Many months I've just lived on that. Just ganji, soaked groundnut or a coconut in India. Ganji and coconut, done. The day is done, one big glass of ganji and one coconut, day is done, nothing else. So, if you look back on the activity we have performed, it looks like we have lived for 3 lifetimes. Yes, just look at the volume of activity a handful of people have done in the last 30 years. This is because Sanjeevani Ganji. Yeah, I should have looked up because this would make a good ad. I missed out. So, people have been telling me, Sadhguru, this is a super product, because many people have experienced this. I must tell you, my girl traveled with me since she's 3.5 months of age, on a routine schedule that I'm driving across the country. 3.5-month-old baby. Sattuma ganji, raisins, fruit, that's all. Never ever bought a milk packet or a milk tin or any damn thing. No milk, no cow's milk, no any milk. Just sattuma ganji, raisins and fruits. The moment she got teeth, nuts, that's about it. I don't remember ever taking her to a doctor. Never. You can try this. 6 months you go on things like this, you will see suddenly you will feel 5 years younger, full of energy, and if you sleep for 4 hours a day, it's more than enough. Well, the choice is yours, whether you want to live or practice death when you're alive. My intention is that you must be alive even when you're dead. If your intention is you want to be dead when you're alive, wrong company. It's time that you drink some ganji every day.
Of all the things, a groundnut, I'm particularly passionate about the groundnut because there was a period of my life when I just lived on groundnut and banana, that's all. Because it has everything you need. Just soaked groundnut, one handful, this much of groundnut soaked overnight, one banana, my entire day would go. And perfectly active, more active than most people will ever imagine. It has everything to sustain you. It's a complete food by itself. If you soak it for over 6 to 8 hours, it takes away certain aspects which are called as pitta. You know what's pitta? Allopathic doctors don't look at it, but the Ayurveda is based on this, Ushna, Shita and Pitta. It takes away the pitta, and taking this soaked groundnut, chewing it well and eating, just make sure it's not some genetically engineered nonsense, whatever, just make sure it's a more organic thing.
If you want breakfast, you want a recipe. You take a handful of groundnut, soak it in water for 6 to 8 hours, put it in the mixie. If you want to add some fruit, you add a banana, whatever you like, banana goes well, you can add any other fruit. If you want, put some honey into it. 2 minutes, you have excellent breakfast ready. It takes 2 minutes to do it, and if you want it little watery, put more water into it and just drink it up. You want it like porridge, you make it thick and you eat it. You will see easily it'll keep you for 4 to 5 hours and it's highly nutritious.
Sesame has many positive things to do for the system. It's a very high energy thing. Again, sesame causes a lot of heat. In India, sesame oil is the most commonly used oil in South India. All the cooking is done in sesame oil. So we don't so much eat sesame on a daily basis because the oil that we use is sesame oil. But in winter times, we will use sesame because it's part of the tradition that everybody must eat sesame seeds in winter time because when it's cold, it generates heat. Now, people who travel with me must have noticed, when I go to Kailash, I'm largely on sesame diet. Roasted sesame I carry in my pocket, so I don't sit for lunch, I don't sit for dinner, I skip so many things. But it doesn't matter simply because you're consuming some amount of sesame and roasted coconut and roasted sesame together. We just chew and eat and it's very high energy, high protein, high energy.
So, you know very well, the most easily digestible food is fruit. Digestion means the Taragni, the digestive fires as they are known. If these fires have to burn most effectively, fruit is definitely the best thing. So fruit can do miraculous things to the body. Sufficient consumption of fruit can do great things to the system. One can become very alive and active, no matter what is your lifestyle. But if you're doing very menial kind of job, let's say you're digging outside every day physically, not with a machine, but you're physically digging and doing very hard work, then you may find every 2 hours you get hungry because of the fruit. Because there is only that much volume you can eat, but it gets digested so rapidly that you may feel empty stomach. Till you come to a certain level of awareness where you are able to be empty stomach and still be energetic, because hunger is about running out of energy. It's like you're running out of battery, that's why you need to eat. But today, a lot of people, or most people I would say, when they feel little empty in the stomach, they feel like eating. To get out of this, you need a little bit of awareness that you're empty stomach, but still you're okay, because you're energetic. When your energy starts dipping, you eat. So if you go on a total fruit diet, you may have to either spend a little more time on the lunchtime and eat slowly so that you ingest enough fruit. Because with little fruit you will feel full because it's generally sweet. So one has to wait and slowly eat. There is also a bio clock within us that, let us say, your normal meal, cooked meal, you're taking 10-12 minutes to eat. Even if you eat fruit, by the time you reach 10-12 minutes, your body says you've eaten enough. So you have to consciously eat more, because it is timing you, it is not looking at the fill, it's just timing you. When those 10-12 minutes are gone, you feel you're full. So one has to go beyond that and consume enough. But if you're only on fruit diet and physically very active, it is important that maybe you bring 3 meals into your day, and most of you may already be doing it. So, 3 times a day, if you're sleeping 6 hours or 8 hours or whatever, for the remaining hours, 16 to 18 hours, 3 times eating is more than enough if you're eating fruit. but stomach will feel empty within 2 hours' time. So you must get used to hanging on with high energy but empty stomach. This is the time your brain works best, this is the time as a human being you function best, it'll be good for you. So if you want to use your brain power and also physical activity, it'll work perfectly well. Yes, fruit will make a wonderful difference, especially in today's world, it's very important because we value a human being in the work areas, I'm saying. We value a human being for their brain power, so for this, fruit will make a huge difference for sure. And ecologically, it's the most sensible thing to do.
You can consume much less food and still be energetic and maintain your weight levels. Your sugar values will not go up suddenly, you will not feel hungry for long periods of time. It gives you iron and it gives you a lot of fiber.
So if you want to use your brain power and also physical activity, it'll work perfectly well.
If you simply observe your own digestive system, the way it is built, there are enough parameters clearly telling you that this is built for vegetarian diet. We started eating non-vegetarian diet for survival. When survival was an issue, you eat whatever is available. It is not a moral issue, it's not a religious issue, it's not a philosophical stuff. It is just a question of what kind of fuel gets the best out of a particular machine. If you have a petrol motorcycle, you can put partially diesel, it'll still go, but you think you can race it? So the question is just this, what kind of life do you want to live? Do you want to live at the peak or you somehow want to survive? If you somehow want to survive, eat whatever the hell you want, what is the problem? But if you want to live at the optimum level, you want your body and your brains to function at its best, there is a certain way to eat. If you're conscious, you will see your body will function at a different level altogether. Because food is just fuel, it's not religion. You don't have to believe it, you just have to experiment with it. If you eat vegetarian diet, you have to eat consciously. You must make sure there's substantial variety. Nutrition just does not mean just verifiable facts. Nutrition is about that which supports your life. So in those terms, the millets have a certain power to support human body in many different ways. Millets have the highest level of protein content among all cereals, and the calcium content, iron content and many micronutrients which you will not find in regular commercial wheat and rice that largely populations are consuming today. So particularly in Karnataka, just about 40 years ago, every home had ragi diets. Ragi mudde is very popular and ragi can be made into so many things. Ragi ambali was a constant thing for children growing up, and ragi dosa, ragi roti, all these are very popular things. Just about anything that you can do with rice, you can also do with ragi, but we have fallen into one cereal trap, shifting at least 50% to millet diet. Even if you cannot go 100% because of travel and other things, even shifting 50%, you will see three things. One thing is your general health and level of energy will be way higher than what you're experiencing right now. Next thing is, you can consume much less food and still be energetic and maintain your weight levels. In terms of millets, one important thing is they are slow release, your sugar values will not go up suddenly, it's a slow release process, and with less food, you will not feel hungry for long periods of time, which is a very good thing to do. This is very easy. Those of you who tend to fast and try to balance your diet by doing fastings and intermittent fastings and things like that, you will see millet is most supportive for that kind of lifestyle. And above all, millet is closely connected to the land in which you live. It is a natural
aspect of the land, and that is the best thing to consume because the land, the soil and your body are not three different things, they are one and the same. Will we get this now or will we get this only when we are buried? This is the only question. So millets should be brought into our lives. Every responsible citizen should do this for the well-being of their own health and well-being and for the well-being of the country and the world and the ecological diversity of the planet. And especially if you have growing children, millet is a must in your home. One great advantage with green is it gives you iron and it gives you a lot of fiber, which makes the passage of food easy in the system. The protoplasm in the leaf, which is what gives it the green color, you can never digest that if you eat it raw. If you cook it, you can digest it partially. Only certain aspects of the green leaf you can absorb, rest of it just goes waste. But it serves another purpose, that is, the fiber is one thing. And if sufficient green leaf is eaten, even uncooked green leaf, if it's eaten, it works like a brush. It takes away the mucus in your digestive tract. You have seen, if you have dogs or cats at home, once in a way they will eat grass. That is not their diet. But they eat this so that mucus is cleaned up. They are all conscious enough to know when their system is loaded with mucus. Human beings, too much mucus here, so they're not able to notice it. Otherwise, you're supposed to notice it. One of the most important aspects of eating the green is it ensures that unnecessary impurities don't remain in the body. So it needs at least 24 hours or at least 18 to 20 hours before it can work like that. So if you eat greens, you must eat early in the day so that next day it works as a good laxative and it clears up everything. So if you eat it in the night, you don't benefit from that. You must…
6 weeks with us, most probably 70% of the time, within 6 weeks we will see your diabetes is gone. There are some people who are hardcore sweet they may take a little longer time, but at least 70% of the people will be out of it within 6 to 8 weeks of time.
If you have diabetes, we have powerful systems in Siddha, we can do that. But Siddha is little bitter. If your diabetes is not so bothering you, you will not take such bitter medicine, then we will choose Ayurveda, Siddha Vaidya, to some extent Ayurveda and proper diet and exercise. Its glucose part of it very, very slowly. So particularly those who suffer from diabetes or whose life is threatened by diabetes, ragi and other millets. So, organizing our minds and in turn organizing the whole system and these four basic dimensions of who you are right now in one direction, if you do this, you are a kalpavruksha yourself. Anything that you wish will happen. But right now, if you look at your lives, everything that you have wished for till now, if it happens, you have finished. Everything and everybody that you have desired for, if all of that lands up in your house today, could you live with that? Once we're empowered like this, it's very important that our physical action, emotional action, mental action and energy actions are controlled and properly directed. If it is not so, we become destructive, self-destructive. Right now, that is our problem. The technology, which is supposed to make our life beautiful and easy, has become the source of all the problem, that we are destroying the very basis of our life, which is the planet. So what should have been a boon, we are making a curse out of it. What has brought incredible levels of comfort and convenience to us in the last 100 years or so has also become a threat to our life simply because we are not conscious action, we are in a compulsive state of action. So organizing our minds fundamentally means moving from a compulsive state of activity to a conscious state of activity. You might have heard of people for whom they asked for something and beyond all expectations it came true for them. Generally this happens to people who are in faith. Now, let's say you want to build a house. If you start thinking, oh, I want to build a house, to build a house I need 50 lakhs, but I have only 50 rupees in my pocket, not possible, not possible, not possible. The moment you say not possible, you are also saying, I don't want it. So on one level, you're creating a desire that you want something, on another level, you're saying, I don't want it. So in this conflict, it may not happen. Someone who has some faith in a god or in a temple or whatever, who is simple-minded, faith works only for those people who are simple-minded. Thinking people, people who are too much thinking, for them it never works. A childlike person who has a simple faith in his god or his temple or whatever, he goes to the temple and says, Shiva, I want a house. I don't know how, you must make it for me. Now in his mind there are no negative thoughts. Will it happen? Will it not happen? Is it possible? Is it not possible? These things are completely removed by this simple act of faith. Now he believes Shiva will do it for him and it will happen. So is Shiva going to come and build your house? No, I want you to understand, God will not lift his little finger for you. What you refer to as God is the source of creation. As a creator, he has done a phenomenal job, there's no question about it. Could you think of a better creation than this? Is it in anybody's imagination to think anything better than what is there right now? So as a creator, he has done his job wonderfully well. But if you want life to happen the way you want it, because right now, the very crux of your happiness and your well-being is this, if at all if you're unhappy, the only and only reason why you're unhappy is life is not happening the way you think it should happen. That's all it is. So if life is not happening the way you think it should happen, you're unhappy. If life happens the way you think it should happen, you are happy. It's as simple as that. So if life has to happen the way you think it should happen, first of all, how you think, with how much focus you think, how much stability is there in your thought, and how much reverberance is there in the thought process will determine whether your thought will become a reality or is it just an empty thought. Or how you do not create any impediments for your thought by creating negative thought process. This possible, is something possible or not possible, is destroying humanity.
So he left in the night. Now he's going back after 8 years, a fully enlightened being. But he's sensitive enough to appreciate the emotions of Yashoda, how she would have felt and how she's still angry with what happened to her life. What happened to Gautama's life is fantastic. What happened to Yashodhara is not a good thing. He knows that. So he's going there to see what he can offer to her now to compensate for what she has lost in these 8 years. So it is a sensitive situation. So he told Ananda, this once relieve me from the promise that I made you. This is not for myself. For me, she is no more my wife, I've grown beyond those things. But for her, I am still her husband who deserted her without telling her, without giving a warning about it. So this is a sensitive emotion for her. She's a proud woman. It is not good for you to be there. Ananda said, you must keep your promise. Gautama bowed down and said, okay. And he took him there also into that situation. When Yashodhara saw that he's come with an assistant monk to face her,
she just flew into your age. Gautama knew this. He said, "This once relieve me of this promise that I made. This is nothing spiritual that you're going to miss anything. This is about my wife." He said, "No." Then, towards the end of Gautama's life, Gautama's work created many enlightened beings. But Ananda was still the same man. One service he has done for us is, he recorded everything, events that happened according to his understanding. But he recorded everything very diligently. So, people asked, why is he still like this? So many people just came and met you for a moment and they got enlightened. They have transformed themselves in so many ways, but he's always sitting next to you, and why is he like this? Gautama just said, "A spoon cannot taste the soup." What you refer to as the Guru is just a certain energy, a certain possibility. It's not the person. So the physical presence, is it important? It is very important.
What is possible and not possible is not your business, it's nature's business. Your business is just to strive for what you want. Right now you're sitting here. If I ask you two simple questions, I want you to just look at this and answer this. Right now from where you're sitting, can you just fly off? You say no. Right now from where you're sitting, can you get up and walk? You'll say yes. What is the basis of this? Why you say no to flying and yes to walking? Because past experience of life, many times you've gotten up and walked, never did you fly off. Or in other words, you're using the past experience of life as a basis for deciding whether something is possible or not possible. Or in other words, you have decided that what has not happened till now cannot happen in your life in future. This is a disgrace to humanity and the human spirit. What has not happened till now on this planet can happen tomorrow. Human beings are capable of making it happen tomorrow. So what is possible and what is not possible is not your business. That is nature's business. Nature will decide that. You just see what is it that you really want and strive for that. And if your thought is created in a powerful way, without any negativity, without any negative thoughts bringing down the intensity of the thought process, the first and foremost thing is you must be clear what is it that you really want. If you do not know what you want, the question of creating it doesn't arise. If you look at what you really want, what every human being wants is, he wants to live joyfully, he wants to live peacefully. In terms of its relationships, he wants it to be loving and affectionate. Or in other words, all that any human being is seeking for is pleasantness within himself, pleasantness around him. This pleasantness, if it happens in our body, we call this health and pleasure. If it happens in our mind, we call this peace and joy. If it happens in our emotion, we call this love and compassion. If it happens in our energy, we call this blissfulness and ecstasy. This is all that a human being is looking for. Whether he is going to his office to work, he wants to make money, build a career, build a family, he sits in the bar, sits in the temple, he is still looking for the same thing. Pleasantness within, pleasantness around. If this is what we want to create, I think it's time we addressed it directly and commit ourselves to creating it. So you want to create yourself.
In United States of America, there is a segment of people who believe that next time when Jesus comes, he will come in United States. Generally, it's believed he will come in Mount Olive in Jerusalem, but now US people are saying, why will he go to Israel? That's not a good place to go. He will come in United States. So they asked me a question like this in a large gathering, Sadhguru, what do you think? Jesus will come in United States or in Jerusalem? I said, see, last time he came in Jerusalem and he said, come follow me. Only 12 people. Today you're celebrating him as a great being, but only 12 people followed him. In that, one of them freaked on him. All right? But if he comes to United States today, if he says, come follow me, you have a bank loan, student loan, car loan, house loan, holiday home loan, you are mortgaged for 45 years. If Jesus says, come follow me, nobody will be there because everybody has to go to the bank. So you have entangled yourself in such a way, even if the most significant things happen, you can't change the direction of your life. Hello? If the greatest things came your way, you cannot change the direction of your life. This is a slave's life, isn't it? What is slavery? He cannot choose. That is slavery, isn't it? Now, you are making that kind of arrangements in your life, you cannot choose, you're stuck in your own arrangements. A spider weaves a web for other things to be caught. But if you're that kind of a spider, you build a web in which you are caught, you're a stupid spider, isn't it? And most human beings are in that condition. If something significant happens here, you are going this way. If something really significant happened this way, you can go this way. Your arrangements will not trap you. This is an intelligent life. If you are smart enough, you will make arrangements that support you, not arrangements that entangle you, isn't it? One who is next to you right now is your neighbor.
I love the cosmos. Well, that's really easy. If you have to just one lump, one being, it costs life.
Neighbor does not mean somebody who lives next door. Whatever is right next to you right now. One who is next to you right now is your neighbor. If Jesus had said, love somebody who is in the other side of the planet, they would have loved them. Going easy. Your neighbor, he is not good. Isn't it? This moment, whoever is next to you, if you learn to love him, you will become loving by your own nature, isn't it? Yes? Because this moment this person is there, another moment another person is there, next moment an insect is there, next moment somebody is there. If you just learn to love anything that is next to you right now, your nature will become loving. Loving means what? On the level of the emotion, a certain level of inclusiveness, isn't it? Love your neighbor is not easy, it needs transformation, isn't it? Something about you has to change to love your neighbor. To love God, you don't have to change anything, you can bullshit yourself completely, you can bullshit the whole world and still love God.
This is just like these days, it's become a fad everywhere. Especially I find the New Age spirituality in the West has taken on this, oh, I love humanity, I love the cosmos. Oh, that's really easy. You don't have to love anybody. If you have to love one individual, it costs life. If you have to just one lump, one being, it costs life, isn't it? I love the whole cosmos, but I can't stand the person who's sitting next to me right now. That's a different thing. Now, this is just bullshit. Too much of it. Yes? I love the whole humanity. Where did you see the whole damn humanity to love them? No, I just love. Yes, that's very easy. Just try to love one person and see what it costs. So much of you, you have to put it on the ground.
So much of you have to surrender. If you have to love just one person, isn't it? Yes? But I love the whole humanity. This is easy. Someone said, love thy neighbor. That's very significant, very significant. Oh, let me check who is my neighbor. That's not the point. Whoever is next to you right now, whatever is in touch with you right now, just to love it indiscriminately. The very air that you breathe, neighbor? Yes? Is it your neighbor?
Yes.
The water that you drink, neighbor? Sitting here, right? Is he your neighbor? The land that you walk on, is he your neighbor? Just to know that, whatever is in touch with you right now. Now, this is something else, it costs life. Otherwise